I just delivered a baby and I had a C-section and now a CT scan and then endoscopy. And then now a GI doctor is talking to me about this gastric carcinoma. My husband and I received a surprise blessing pregnancy. Everything was going great up until about the 3rd trimester when I started to not feel very good. I would snack all day. I'd get home and it was kind of like, okay, I can't take any more. Like I'm just so full. And then I would throw up. I didn't have like acid reflux or pain. I went to my OB and it sounded like morning sickness. You know, another 2 weeks would go by. Well, I'm pretty sure I threw up blood. Because you're pregnant, we can't really do a CT scan. You could go to the emergency room. They did an ultrasound of my gallbladder and that was fine. They would not do a CT scan though unless they thought it was life or death. Now at this point, I'm starting to lose weight. But again, baby was okay. It was just me that was sick. I had to go to labor and delivery. I started talking to the nurse and just about how I hadn't been feeling well. And she's like, I don't think you're going to be leaving. It was my blood pressure. That is really what set the alarms off. I was preeclamptic. Iris doctor comes in. He's like, okay, we're going to go. We were about 4 weeks early. But he was born at 5 pounds, 8 ounces. I was in recovery that night. I'm ready to order my fancy hospital dinner. I had a few bites and I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm not going to finish this. I got a little bit sick. Sure enough, there was a little blood in my vomit. The next day we did a CT scan. They said we need to do an endoscopy. Waking up from the sedation, the GI doctor happened to be walking by and he stopped. And he came in, and at that point, when he said that he found something. So he said that they took biopsies and that they will call me in a few days to confirm. We were released from the hospital with our baby. We're trying to be happy and joyful and enjoy everything, but we had this weight of what's next. They were like, we would recommend chemotherapy first, and then we would want to do genetic testing, and then we would need a laparoscopic washing to make sure that there's no spread. From there, I had my port implanted. I was able to start chemotherapy, all the while on TPN nutrition, parenteral nutrition. That really saved my life. I had my laparoscopic washing done where they went through my abdomen laparoscopically and they saw that I did have peritoneal spread. So I started with FOLFOX chemotherapy, which is not, it's like a FLOT is the first kind of chemotherapy that you would get if they did not know that there was spread. And then my genetic testing came back. So it turns out that I am CDH1 positive and that my cancer is HDGC, which is Hereditary Diffuse Gastric Cancer. But also, in addition to the genetic testing, they did find that I have biomarkers for PD-L1 and Claudin 18. So I had my first treatment of FOLFOX, and then I was, on my second round, I was able to combine that FOLFOX with immunotherapy. So I started my chemotherapy and immunotherapy in November. We were exploring HIPEC treatment in February because I had come to find out that this is one of the only options for me outside of just palliative chemo. Surgery was my goal. So I went to a different hospital out of state for their HIPEC clinical trial that also led me to a gastrectomy. Did the HIPEC there in June, and then just recently at the end of July, I went back for another HIPEC and had a total gastrectomy where they removed my stomach. But not only did he remove my stomach, he removed my spleen, my ovaries, my gallbladder, my appendix, my omentum, and 45 lymph nodes. I think that's it. He got clear margins. To hear those words, it's just unbelievable because it's been such a a wild ride. The plan is to go back for a follow-up CT scan and blood work, and then we'll resume treatment of just immunotherapy for a year. I would say to fight, keep fighting, and never give up. Listen to your instincts and listen to your gut. If something doesn't sit right with you, keep trying, keep looking for something else. There's new research out there. There's new hope, new treatments, every day. Being a CDH1 carrier, this doesn't just affect me. It affects the future of my children, my family, and I want to see easier ways to diagnose earlier and to treat. But I'm hopeful, and I'm aware of the advancements that are taking place every day, and I'm so grateful for the community, the stomach cancer community, because they're all fighters, and they haven't given up, and they won't give up.